Paint defense on NBA 2K22. This is my update on paint defense, what I feel about paint defense in Season 6 for NBA 2K22. Do you guys feel like you're good enough to play defense, or is it 2K and the mechanics that they have in regards to interior defense, it just doesn't let you play good paint defense? From my experience, I want to update you guys on my experience. I made a 7-2 center, and my player is dramatically different from all of the other centers that I created. I was watching the homie Bear the Beast video, and he was talking about how if you're not using a glitch build and you're going up against a glitch build, then you're pretty much going to be putting yourself and your team at a disadvantage, because making these glitch builds, they get way more attributes and they get some additional bonuses which make them more agile out there on the court. So if you bring your regular build and you're playing against a glitch build, you're probably not good enough already as it is, because the build is far more superior. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, because I know a lot of you players out there are already going to be in the comment section like, man, I don't even need a glitch build. I'm still a GOAT in regards to paint defense. I mash everything out there. Nobody can go up on me, which is an absolute lie. But I'm not trying to knock y'all. If you feel like you're a GOAT, then that's what it is. Feeling like you're a GOAT and you're going crazy in NBA 2K22 is pretty much subjective, because folks have different definitions of what going crazy actually is. Some players may be like they're going crazy, but they only play Park. But Park is like the least competitive mode right now. If you're in the rec center, where there are some sweaties in the rec center, we know Pro-Am is where it's at. If you want to play highly skilled games, then you may want to go into the Pro-Am arena and then test your skills in there with your center that you think you're going crazy with. From my experience, I've noticed that there's centers out there, there's just like different levels to this stuff. And I noticed that there's centers out there that like they just mash into the paint. And we're not only talking about like getting the ball and then backing somebody down, backing a paint defender like myself down into the paint, and then pump faking using his fast switch, or drop stepping into a Grace under pressure layup, which is pretty much an easy 2 points if you let them get down there too deep into the restricted zone. That's a big pause. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Those centers will pretty much stay the whole game in the paint just trying to grab a board, and it's like, man, homie, you're putting your team at such a huge disadvantage. Not setting no screens, there's no structure to the team, so it's almost a guarantee L while you're working so hard to get 2 points. And we're just one screen away from hitting a 3. By the end of the game, we end up having a huge lead against these paint mashing centers. And I'm not saying that paint mashing is a bad thing. I think if you're out there, you created a build that's supposed to paint mash, I get it. But there's different ways you got to play as a team. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not playing as a team, and I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. Quite often, you'll get 2 of these centers, just one on each side, and I'm stuck in the middle guarding both of them. And them folks are just happy with their gameplay. They think that they're going crazy. And that's why I said going crazy is subjective. Although they're putting their team in a guaranteed loss, they think they're going crazy because they get a huge amount of stats. Another aspect that I want to mention about improving paint defense is playing with a team that understands how to box out. Oftentimes, you're out there struggling against a center that just wants to stay low on offense, because all he's thinking about is getting a board and going back up. Meanwhile, they're not setting up their team at all. So being that he's so low, he's working, and you're like trying to prevent them from even getting in position for the board or a pass into the paint. You're trying to keep him out the paint, but he's consistently working in there the whole game. And then you work and they shoot, somebody takes a bad shot, you get in position, you box him out, you're doing great, but one of your teammates just didn't box out. So somebody comes up under, the ball bounces toward the other side. You think you're creating space on a box out, and sure enough, the team gets an O board. It's still a team-oriented game, and no matter what, if you're working to box out one center, that doesn't mean that somebody else can't come up under and grab the rebound. So I feel like it's really important that the team needs to understand what it is about getting these boards, playing paint defense, because you got to center low in the paint. There's another aspect to this. So you got to center low in the paint, and you're playing him, say, on the left side. You're working extremely hard to keep him out of the paint, get him out of position, but he's constantly swerving in and out, in and out. And you're just like, man, homie, I'm exhausted. Go sit down somewhere. You are like, it's like game 7 for you right now, just to grab one board or one layup. You're a big man just laying the rock up. I get it. You guys made the bill for that. I'm not knocking y'all. But there's one thing that's extremely frustrating when you're working so hard against one of those type of centers that stay low is where you get a slasher just constantly cutting. He sees a tiny open space, so he thinks he's open. That's one good thing that I could say about paint defense in NBA 2K22. Against slashers, like getting those chase down blocks, are in favor of the defense in regards to interior defense. So driving layups, driving dunks are much more difficult than it is to pump fake and lay the rock up, which is really weird. I find that really weird. I would like to say that a lot of defenders need to stay sturdy. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay sturdy, know when to jump, because you hear this a lot. Just be patient. When I'm going into these forums and I see people talking about paint defense, that seems to be the primary response. So that got me to thinking that folks believe that paint defense is suitable in NBA 2K22. And I've come to those terms as well. I feel it's suitable, it's manageable in NBA 2K22. I used to think it was absolutely horrible, but now I feel like it's manageable because I got the right build out there. I would love to hear your thoughts about paint defense. Do you think it's 2K's mechanics, or is it you guys? Are you guys just not good enough on NBA 2K22? Let me know in the comments section below. If you guys are curious about my center build, you could catch me on live stream. I'll be going live later this evening. You can catch me working my center build out there, grinding to level 40 because I want the coveted, the goated bunny suit with the extra grip on the bottom and the built-in ankle braces badge. And if you guys are looking for players to run with on NBA 2K22, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, informative, or even interesting. And if you did, please consider dropping a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we intend to have a ton of 2K22 content coming your way. Catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.